Shalom Israel started off on to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who I learned the truth from, and Shalom to the elect out there. Today's title of this lesson will be Civil Unrest in UK. And this goes out to you Negroes, you Latinos, and you Native Americans, the true Hebrew Israelites of the Holy Bible. Once again, today's title of this lesson will be Civil Unrest in UK. So I have an NBC News article and it reads, far-right riots erupt in UK in the wake of child murders. Let's read on down for a little more information. It says right here, far-right anti-immigration demonstrations stoked by conspiracy theories and AI-generated images spread on social media spilled over into violence in cities across the nation. Let's get a little bit more. It says right here, the United Kingdom woke up Sunday morning to city streets covered in debris and smoldering rubbish as they weakened for far-right anti-immigration demonstrations stoked by conspiracy theories spread on social media erupted into violence in 7 cities across the nation. Police arrested at least 100 people, and riot police wearing helmets and holding shields came out in force as Prime Minister Keir Starmer pledged to take action against extremists. Let's get a little bit more of this. It says right here, on Saturday, groups and leads waving St. George Cross flags, England's national flag regularly flown by far-right groups, shouted Muslims off our streets, pairing it with a slur suggesting they were criminal child abusers. In the city of Hull, rioters threw bottles and smashed a window at a hotel housing asylum seekers as demonstrators clashed with police. What started as targeted anti-immigration demonstrations quickly descended into directionless disorder. A library in Liverpool reopened in 2023 as an education to employment service for all people of all abilities was set ablaze. One police officer in the city was hit on the head with a chair and another kicked and knocked off his motorcycle. The police force was responsible for the region has confirmed that 2 officers were taken to the hospital with injuries. And we see him right here. There's a picture. All hell is breaking loose down in the UK because this woman, she's being detained. And that's all we go get this article. But one thing about it is that all hell starting to break loose. And we've seen over in the UK, there's what? Civil unrest, anarchy, violence. People are acting a fool. These things are increasing. A civil unrest, sedition among men, it is near and it's come to the streets of America. But one thing is about that Yahweh Shai Shai, he's making moves. He is making moves, and we're seeing it left and right. And his prophecies are hopping off the pages. And we're seeing over in the UK, they're saying these riots were fueled by what? Anti-immigration demonstrations, and saying AI-generated images was going around, and it's saying it was a report that 3 children were killed in a knife attack, and false rumors about a dude named by the name of Axel Rudak Cubana. I might be saying it wrong, but his name is Axel Rudak Cubana. You go look it up, and it says he was an asylum seeker, and also saying that these people in the UK, they're targeting hotels where asylum seekers are, so they're targeting them. So we're seeing it all hell breaking loose over there in the UK. Also, it's all hell breaking loose over there in Venezuela. They're acting a fool down there. Civil unrest, rioting, protests. And we constantly see these things left and right. These things are increasing. But one thing about it, that we are in the time of this. We are in the last days. We've seen these things increasing. Yahweh Shai Shai, he's moving the chess pieces left and right. So I have a quick video I'm going to show you guys. Before we dive into this quick video, let's get a quick precept. Very quick precept. This is the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 9 verse 1. And it reads, he measured me then said, measure the slack. Let's read this again. He said, he answered me then and said, measure the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before. Verse 2, it says, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, that's what we're seeing. We're seeing what? Uproars on the people, riots, civil unrest, violence in the streets, anarchy, chaos, all hell starting to break loose all around over the world. We're also seeing what? All type of storms and earthquakes in diverse places. These different hurricanes, tornadoes, catastrophic natural disasters. We've seen these things left and right. So Yahweh Shai Shai, he's visiting the world that he created. Let's keep on reading. It says, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spoke of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and end, And the end is manifesting. We're seeing the end. We're seeing what? The end of America. We're seeing the end of the dollar. We're seeing the end of this place manifest. We're seeing the society as a whole collapse. We're seeing Esau eat his wicked kingdom, which is America, which is known as Babylon the Great, is coming to an end. His society is coming to an end. His people are bugged out. The Edomites, they're all bugged out. They don't know what's going on. We're seeing the end of the wicked kingdom. We're seeing the end of this society. We're seeing the end of America, which is Babylon the Great. And it's a beautiful thing to see. We're in the end times. You know, we all seeing these things left and right. Yahweh Shem Yahushai, he's making a plain upon tables. He's put to completely destroy his place and wipe it off the map. But before that, we already know we're to go through all hell. You see, Jacob's trouble is near. The hour of temptation. A time we've never seen before. We put the count. We put to get real rough. Israel, to get real out here. But one thing about it, we have to keep trusting and believing in who? Yahweh Shem Yahushai, because he's in control. He has that perfect control. He's doing all things. You see, all these things we were seeing, violence, civil unrest, anarchy, lawlessness, and chaos, all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. He's in that perfect control. Let's keep on moving. So I have a quick video to show you guys, and then we'll just dive into the rest of these precepts. So bear with me real fast. All right, here we go.
Rioters are burning libraries, attacking police, and smashing up hotels that house asylum seekers. But why exactly are the far-right rioting in England? Let me explain. A wave of conspiracy theories and AI-generated images spread on social media after the infamous Southport knife attack at a children's Taylor Swift-themed dance workshop, which resulted in the deaths of 3 young girls. Shortly after the attack, far-right groups began circulating false information about the identity of the attacker, claiming he was an asylum seeker. AI-generated images were shared on X by an account called Europe Invasion, depicting a man in traditional Muslim dress waving a knife outside of the UK House of Parliament. The post has since been viewed over 900,000 times. In reality, the suspect, Axel Rudakubana, is a 17-year-old from Banks, Lancashire, originally from Cardiff, Wales. However, the false narrative about the Muslim man was amplified on social media platforms, including Telegram, where groups like Southport Wake Up called for protests outside of Southport Mosque. The protests quickly escalated into violent clashes with the police and counter-protesters. In Southport, hundreds of people hurled bricks and bottles at riot police, set fires, and looted stores. More than 50 officers were injured, with several hospitalized. Similar scenes unfolded in other cities, including London, Manchester, and Hartlepool, where far-right demonstrators clashed with police and counter-protesters. These riots reflect deeper, long-standing tensions in the UK regarding immigration and the status of Muslims. Far-right groups have capitalized on tragic issues, using events like the Southport attack to stoke anti-immigrant and Islamophobic sentiments. Prime Minister Keir Starmer and other government officials have condemned the violence and vowed to take legal action against those involved. Starmer described the rioters as, quote, far-right thugs who, quote, hijacked the community's grief and promised that they would face the full force of the law.
Community leaders have been speaking to the police as well because...
Yo, free Palestine! Free Palestine! Fuck India!
But I think, apologies for the language you're hearing, but a sense of the anger, I think you can hear there.
Yeah, Katie, I think Becky, I apologise. We need to leave you there, and Becky, we'll have security there, and we will leave that, and I apologise once again for the language there. Our political...
A 14-year-old boy and 10 men are already due to appear in court following the riots that broke out across the country last week. The 14-year-old, who can't be named yet as he's a minor, has been charged with violent disorder, and so have the 10 other men. They're pretty much the first people to be charged with offences relating to the riots that have just broken out. The teenager was due to appear at Liverpool Youth Court this morning, and the other men are expected at Liverpool Magistrates Court or Wirral Magistrates Court. Here is a full list of those charged, apart from the teenager.
Alright, so we see right at the end of the videos, man, all hell starting to break loose. But one thing about that, these things are about to happen in the streets of America. All these things we were seeing in these other countries, they're about to happen in America. Don't think for 1 second that all hell is not about to break loose in America. Civil unrest, violence, chaos. All these things are what? Coming to America. The streets of America is about to be what? Violence. It's about to be wild, wild west over it. We already starting to see it. This America, which is known as Babylon, Greece, but to be what? A third world country. And we've seen these things unfold left and right. Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, he's in control. He's making these things happen. And we've seen it right before our eyes. We're exciting times we're living in, but hey, we're coming in somewhat dark times, evil times, perilous times we're coming into. And we have to keep trusting and believing in who? Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, because he's the only way. He's our only hope to make it through all of these things that will come before us. So let's start off in today's lesson, the book of 2 Aaron chapter 15. And let's scroll down. Let's start at verse 14, and it reads, Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. The woe goes into destruction. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. What's the modern day sword today? These guns, these different weapons. People having pistols, ARs, advanced machine guns, you name it. These people in America have all type of weaponry, type of guns, ready for that time of what? Chaos, anarchy. And we're seeing that everybody is stocking up on ammo and guns and different weapons for this time of action we're coming into. Let's get verse 16. And it reads, For there shall be sedition among men invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. And that's what we better see right now. We better see what? Civil war, race wars, class wars, gender wars. We better see different factions against different other factions. We better see the people teaming up each other to rise against the government. They're going to rise up to fight the government. They're going to come against the government. There will be anarchy, lawlessness, chaos, civil unrest. People are not going to listen to the mayors, the president, police officers. And we already know eventually they're going to send in what military to set up martial law, because that's how bad it's going to get. But one thing about it, that these things are about to happen. All these things are at the door. These things are about to happen in the streets of America. All hell is but to break loose in America. These things are about to happen. We constantly warn our people left and right, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and you Native Americans. What part you don't get? These things are about to happen, Jake. It's not time to be playing around, chasing the bag, trying to be a rapper, trying to establish yourself here over in America. Worry about your careers, lavish lifestyles. It's time to get right with your true power, which is Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Take heed to this wisdom, knowledge, and this understanding that's going on right now. You see, there's no time to be playing games. The Lord's about to put forth heavy judgment upon the face of the earth and heavy judgment upon our people. You see, these things are about to happen. Let's keep on reading. Let's get a bit more of this. It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. You have these lockdowns, these checkpoints. They're going to send a martial law military when these things get bad. It's just going to get so bad, they're going to send in the military to set up martial law checkpoints. You know, they're going to lock down certain areas. You're not going to be able to go anywhere. These are the things that are coming. Let's keep reading. It says, For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the house shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy the house with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation. It says, for the lack of bread, and for great tribulation. And we already know a lack of bread, goods, necessities, starvation and famine is coming back in a big way, which also going to lead to what? Cannibalism. You see, people going to be eating each other, people going to be killing each other for food. These things are about to happen. All of these things you see in these dystopian-like movies. The Book of Eli, The Rogue Leave the World Behind, right? And many more movies like this, The Purge. These things in these movies, these apocalyptic scenarios we're going to witness. We're going to see these things to get real bad over here. And it says, for great tribulation, we already know great troubles and great suffering is coming. And we constantly warn our people left and right of these things. Let's keep on moving. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24. Let's drop down to verse 6, and it reads, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence, earthquakes in divers places. All these are the beginning of sorrows, right? All these are the beginning of sorrows, right? Tribulations coming, famine, starvation, food shortages is on the way, cannibalism. We've seen a rise in pestilence, diseases, sicknesses, all these infections people are getting, man. The Lord is constantly smiting the earth with these different plagues. And we already know the plagues in our slack. And earthquakes in divers different places. We're seeing earthquakes pretty much every day. Every day something new is going on. You see? Wars. It's constant tension between Israel and Iran. That's the constant talking. The war drums are beating. World War III is constant brewing up. We're seeing these things left and right. We already know what the MODB is right at the door, which is what the RFID microchip, which is going on your right hand and your forehead. These things are coming, Israel. You so-called Negroes, the Latinos, and you Native Americans, these things are coming. And we constantly warn you left and right. We sound like a broken record, but we sounding like a broken record. But one thing about it that we have to warn our people. You see, the Lord says, give them warning for me. So we constantly warn you of these things, man. It's about to get real bad in the streets of Israel. It's about to get real bad. It's about to get hard. It's about to be perilous. Let's keep on moving. Let's get my final precept. This is the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 34, verse 36, and it reads, let's get the KJV. And it reads, take heed to yourselves, lest any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and cares of this life, and so that they may come upon you unawares. For as a snare shall come, it shall slide. Let's read that again. It says, for as a snare shall it come on all them that draw on the face of the whole earth. Watch ye therefore and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all of these things that shall come to pass and to stand before the Son of Man. And that's right, man. We already know what all type of things are coming down the pipeline. Horrors. You see, civil unrest, martial law is coming, anarchy, chaos, lawlessness. Jacob's trouble, time we've never seen before. Tribulation is about to get hard out here. A lot of horrors, a lot of things we're witnessing. See, all these things we've seen, these dystopian like movies, the apocalyptic movies. It's about to happen in the streets of America. America's about to be a third world country. A lot of things are about to come down the pipeline. And we're going to need Yahweh Shem Shai for what's to come. Let's read the NLT. It says right here, watch out, don't let your hearts be dulled by carousing and drunkenness, and by the words of this life. We shouldn't be worried about this life. We should be worried about chasing that bag. We shouldn't be worried about careers and lavish lifestyles. We should be focused on Yahweh Shem Shai. It says right here, don't let that day catch you unaware like a trap. For that day will come upon everyone living on the earth. Keep alert at all times and pray that you might be strong enough to escape these coming horrors and stand before the Son of Man. So I hope this lesson will edify. Until next time I say, Shalom.